All right, guys, this time for real. House of the Dragons, Season 3, Episode 6. It is I, JC the Enlightened, also known on here on YouTube as BookTube Advocate. And today, here to discuss another episode of House of the Dragon with me are my cool buds, starting with the man who has a midichlorian count even higher than my own, Grease the Cruel.
Hell yeah. Hi, guys. Star Wars reference. W start to the stream.
What's up? What's up? And then below me, we've got a man who's killed more sand people than anyone else on this planet. Voice of Old Town, Ricky the Outlaw.
Hell yeah. Hello.
And to my southwest corridor, southwest to myself, we've got the one girl who will burn down all of civilization with her dragon, unless you don't make her mad. Becky the Radiant. Becky does vlog.
Woo! Howdy.
What's up, guys? And today, we're here to talk House of the Dragon with me, JC the Enlightened. So, who wants to start? Where do you guys want to start?
Perfect intro. Just saying. Credit to you, the host. Brilliant.
Thank you. I was gonna say that, and I'm known for I'm actually on America's Most Wanted because I actually shanked a guy with a dragon glass dagger after he said that Daenerys was his favorite POV character in the Attack of Ice and Fire series. Hey guys.
All right, and with that, let's get into the episode. Becky, What did you think of episode 6?
Oh, we're going straight in.
Yeah.
Yes.
General thoughts.
I'm so conflicted. What did I like? Okay, let's go in with what I didn't like. The first 5 minutes of the episode, I feel like shouldn't have been the first 5 minutes of the episode. I feel like there should have been at the end. We're just going full in on spoilers, aren't we? Well, yeah, it's
just dive on in.
Yeah. Why are we putting Crispy Cole's death right in the first 5 minutes? He's such a main character of this entire season, and we're going to kill him off in a quick 5 minute long scene. I didn't think his death deserved the justice. I feel like he deserved a more signifying death than that, in my opinion. I feel like we didn't give him the worthy time for such a big character, but hey ho, what can you do? But yeah, it just felt very random for the first 5 minutes of the episode, and then we're moving swiftly on to the rest of the episode. I was like, hang on a sec, Crispy's just died, can't we just process that? So that was my main gripe. So it started off a bit rocky for me, and then it just didn't improve the entire time through. There were so many scenes where I was just a bit like, there were too many moments for me where I felt deflated and empty inside. I'm trying to remember what I liked. There was a scene I liked, but I can't remember it right now. Maybe it'll come back to me later.
Becky is usually the kindest one of us four. I'm just saying. And this made her feel empty. Not off to a great start, guys. Not off to a great start with this episode. Ricky, would you like to go next? I know you've been sitting on this episode for a while.
Yeah, Ricky had the screener. Ricky's had the screener for 5 days now, so he's had 5 days to sit on this.
You processed it.
This is the only episode that I didn't rewatch, and that is for a reason. I genuinely think this might be the worst episode of House of the Dragon, and I'm not trying to exaggerate. There are so many stupid ass scenes, and I feel like the ones that we get that are sort of okay are just there for you to have a breather. There's so much stupidness. There's so many inconsistencies, and I don't know. I just miss episode 5. I really do miss it. One thing that I didn't have a gripe with actually was the first 5 minutes, and I thought it was a clever idea to the beginning because it was supposed to feel anticlimactic with the butcher's ball. So I like that idea kind of, and I was like, oh okay, but it quickly turned to shit in my opinion, and we'll get into it. It's tough. It's tough.
Harsh words to start out. I'm going to answer my super chat real quick.
Yes.
Dre, I agree. I did like Aegon in this episode to some extent. I did like that Aegon self-reflection based on last episode. I thought there was some good stuff there. It's a shame he only had one scene in the entire episode, and we still have no idea what's happening with Sunfire. But yes, thank you for super chat, Dre.
Yeah. We also have another super chat here from Steve Holton. I don't know whose channel this is for, but
That's to me. Thank you,
Oh.
Steve. I really appreciate it, as always. As a kid, George R.R. Martin imagined his pet turtles kept dying due to sinister plots against each other. That feels very George R.R. Martin. That's very apt. Rip, Cole, and Coral. Oh, Corallis. We need to talk about Corallis. Because
Oh, well, we're
if-
talking about Corliss.
oh yeah.
if he's died, that's changed a big dynamic from Fire and Blood. So yeah, we got to talk about Corallis.
Yeah, for sure. I think I agree with you guys. For me, the best part of the episode was the beginning of the episode, and I was also confused why Butcher's Ball happened at the very beginning. The first 5 minutes, believe it or not, despite the fact that they removed the line where they say that like, hold on, I wrote it down. I'll have no songs about how brave you died. That Roderick Dustin of Barrowtown says to the corpse of Kristen Cole as they shoot the arrows to him. They excluded the line, but it doesn't matter because I think that scene was very brutal and quiet and very well done. I was not that I was super happy about seeing this scene, but I was like, it was a pretty well done scene. I thought it was the most intriguing 5 minutes of this episode. And then with each passing scene that happened after Butcher's Ball, it was kind of a slow decline as more and more stuff started happening. You know, we started seeing more just time wasting with Alicent and time wasting with Hugh and Ulf and time wasting with Aemond and Alice. And I was just like, okay, yeah, you had me there for 5 minutes, House of the Dragon. I'm sorry, guys. I guess that chicken goes.
Matt,
yes,
thank you
it
for the
did.
super chat. Appreciate that. That's pretty on point, I would say.
Yeah. Grease, what did you think of the episode, good sir?
Well, I mean, I'm always more negative than you guys are. So, I mean, you could probably tell what my thoughts are going to be. I mean, like what you guys said about like Kristen Cole's death. Like, I think if you just, if you're not a book reader at all, you'd be like, okay, yeah, that was good. It kind of reminds me of season 2, where it's like, I think Blood and Cheese worked generally for the public, kind of the same way I view Kristen Cole. And I think they even did it well. It's so frustrating because it's like, why would you remove a line you have directly from the book? That is one of the most iconic lines of the dance. It's just kind of crazy to me. But overall, I do think, like, I agree with you. I thought they did a good job with showing it, the brutality. You know, I agree with you on all of that. I just thought it was just very frustrating that it's like, okay, why didn't you just include that line? You set it up in the last episode. Like, you literally had dialogue that would have paid off beautifully if you just included that line. I don't understand what the idea of just taking it out is, but I don't know.
Yeah. And to your point, Grease, you know, oftentimes people will complain about like, oh, Ryan Condal never read the book. Like, look at how awful of a job he's doing with Fire and Blood. But there's a lot of evidence, especially within this episode, that shows that Ryan Condal has indeed read Fire and Blood. There were mentions about the Field of Fire, about the Vulture King.
Doesn't give a
He just
fuck.
doesn't care.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
my
yeah.
story's
He's read
better.
it. He don't care.
Well, it's like he shows importance to certain things. Like he'll mention again the Field of Fire. He'll mention the Vulture King. He'll mention some of these things that are very like niche to the book, very niche to Fire and Blood. And it's like, you know, it's cool that you're including that, but then you exclude some of the bigger things that are a bigger part of the Fire and Blood story. You exclude them or change them completely. So it's like the things that he chooses to focus on are like, you know, they're cool and neat, but they're small and insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Whereas the things that he should be focusing on, which again, I didn't mind. I still loved those first 5 minutes. I thought it was still a great scene and very powerful and brutally well done. But it's like, okay, well, you know, the dialogue is right there for you, Ryan. You could rip it straight from the book. It's like right there on a silver platter, and you know,
Agreed.
Yeah, no,
It's like you know, they looked at everything they wanted to do from the books and just said, let's do it cooler. So in turn, for this instance, Kristen gets to talk about the songs that will be sung about him an episode prior, and they reverse it because that's cooler for television, and then it's wrong, and yeah, that's where you just lose me.
You know, guys, I think we're being too hard on the episode because, for one, Rhaena, the Queen of the West, got her first mention, and the
Oh, she
entire
did.
show. My cat's namesake was mentioned, so 10 out of 10 already. 2, the Triarchy were mentioned, and Corlys was
Hell
hanging
yeah.
them, guys. So therefore, 10 out of 10 episode, guys.
Those were the best parts of the episode. The only
It
good
was.
things.
Yeah.
It was. But yeah,
Wait,
like
Corlys's hate.
Go ahead.
Corlys's hate is so fucking funny at this point. Like it's just like we joked about it, and now we get to see him hanging Triarchy corpses. Like he doesn't even let them rest. Like it's at this point, it's just this whole being is about his hatred for the Triarchy. It's just fucking crazy.
Hey,
So
we
when
didn't
I-
get Lainey
when I saw
Stoneheart
that
in the
scene, I
show,
laughed
so we're
hard.
getting Corlys messing up the Triarchy. Okay, we're
Mm.
we're fixing history right now. That's what we're doing.
No Bartimo Celtigar.
But yeah, I just want to finish my thing off. I'm kind of like JC. I just feel like after that point, I had like every like scene. I was just like, what are we doing? Like, why? What are we spending so much time with Alicent? Why are, for instance, Bela and Alan like smooching? And it's like, brother, they've had
Oh,
one
yeah,
scene
what was
together.
that?
That was
They've had
random.
one scene together.
I thought she liked the other brother. Are we now having like some kind of love
Last-
triangle?
We've had more chemistry with Adam and Bela than Alan and
Yeah.
Bela. What are we
Like-
doing?
Girl, just pick a man and stick to him. Why are you flitting between the two? It makes no sense. So confused.
That was the least of the problems, but that's just something that popped in my head. But like, yeah,
Ooh,
Allison was
random.
terrible in this
But
episode.
that is precisely my huge problem with this
Well,
episode. It's like
yeah.
the whole thing just feels like it's like even those little scenes, like in concept, I don't care about Alan and Bela getting it on, and we know where they end up in the books. So it's like, fine, you chose that you wanted to go and include that because you won't get that far in your telling. But even those scenes are like that. Like almost every scene, I have like 3 scenes that I liked. Apart from that, it's so bad. It's so incredibly bad.
My thing is, Ricky, though, it's like this is the frustration I have. Is like, okay, yeah, this plot point makes sense. Why did we not spend any time building up to it? You know, why did we need to see like Allison's whole plot line up to now when we could have developed this relationship? But like I've said, they had one scene together all the way back in episode 2, and then all of a sudden you're supposed to make us think that these two have a relationship or something going on. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, there's just a lot of that in this episode. So
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of screen time that was dedicated to Alicent, not just in this episode, but throughout this whole season, where you ask yourself, why? And, you know, like if it was screen time that was dedicated for a purpose, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But there's a lot of, I feel like, time wasting with Alicent, where it's like, okay, you know, she had this little plot at the end of the last episode where she tried to run away, then she got caught, and now she's back in a room. It's like, well, what was the point of that? We could have used that time to develop
Yeah.
Adam. We could have used that time to develop Alan. We could have used that time to develop Bela more. And it's like, we're talking about their dads. So smooch.
Well, there are Valyrians after all.
it's true. They have weird
Yeah.
customs.
But you're
Yeah,
so
it's-
right, JC. Like we end the episode with Alicent and Helena panicking and then just chilling in the darkness. Like, what was that for?
Yeah, I
Here we
truly
are,
do.
Your Grace.
I
They're just
truly do
chilling.
think they're just trying to make concessions to Olivia Cook. They're trying to make concessions to Steve Toussaint, who's Corlys Valerian's actor. They're making concessions to these characters that maybe don't have as much page time in Fire and Blood. They're trying to give them scenes, but the things that they choose to give them scenes for they don't really contribute anything to the story. I feel like they could give Alicent, they could give Corlys, they could give Adam, Alan, and Bela something that's actually of substance to the story, as opposed to just inventing these filler incest things for no reason. Y'all never really made out of it. Oh, let me tell you.
Oh god.
No, just kidding.
Please
Back
don't.
in my day.
Guys, I have a theory to propose. Okay, so I've been sitting on this for a very long time. So when me and Ricky started these funny shows after the episodes, the show was in a great spot. And then episode 7 came, and JC, he joined, and things have never recovered. Then House the Dragon had a good episode, episode 5, and then JC came back, and bam, it's all back to shit again. So JC's the whole problem.
Mm.
That's why the show is just, this is what we've gotten now.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm the opposite of King Midas. Everything I turn doesn't turn to gold. Everything I touch doesn't turn to gold, but turns to shit. I'm sorry, guys.
So we should send the try key to JC.
Yes.
Do it.
Yes.
Yes.
Becky, what did you think, Becky, about the Alicent and Helena scenes?
Right. But here we go. Do you know what? This is my main problem with season 3 is giving Alicent so much screen time. Can we just get her off my screen? Like, I get Olivia Cook's a gorgeous woman. She's a great actress, but she does not have a plot. Her character has no plot, no substance. Why are we spending the majority of each episode just looking at Alicent's face doing nothing all the time? Like, I want to see some of the other characters. I want to see some depth from the others. Like, why are we seeing Alicent so much? It's infuriating
because
me at this point.
She wants to be free. I want to be free. That's
Yeah,
what
we
she
get them.
says
We
over
get
and
it,
over and
Alison.
over and
Yeah,
over.
you say it in every single scene you're in. We get the point. Like she served nothing of substance, and now she's wandering off to Harrenhal because that's a great idea. Well done, Rhaenyra. Like, I just,
Can
if
you
you can tell.
imagine someone telling you before you started watching the show that Alicent is going to travel to Harrenhal to help kill
Makes
Aemon
no
Targaryen?
sense.
Like, what are we doing, man?
Why
Like,
are we? It
there's
just
a-
makes no sense.
And even then, if you accept that, like, why would she do that? Because her presence in King's Landing is hurting Rhaenyra, and Rhaenyra is trying to hurt her or like try to bargain with her. So she has some grounds to just stay there and fucking.
Oh
If she
yeah, and
really
what,
wanted to, she could turn it into turmoil.
and also, what was the point in them getting trapped in the underground passage? What was the point? Because they then got saved in the 2 minutes of this episode. Like, why did they even get trapped? I just don't get it. What was the point?
How
in
did
that
they
scene?
even get saved to begin with? They were in a secret passageway. So how did the guards figure out where the secret passageway was? Unless Mazzaria told them or something. But like,
Yeah.
There was no point to that. They could have cut that out, and it wouldn't have changed anything at all, other than that Rhaenyra
Yeah.
found out they wanted to escape. But she knew that anyway, surely.
like
So,
it does
I
not
don't get
progress
it.
the plot at all. Like all they had to do was just have Alicent and Helena in their first escape attempt when Mazzaria catches them. Just have that be that's when
That's all
they
you
try
need.
to escape, and then you have the exact same consequences. Then Rhaenyra finds out, and blah 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 blah. We didn't need like 3 more scenes, and then how we ended the last episode.
No,
But
fucking crazy. This episode,
okay, but like
man.
guys, just think about this for a second. So Alicent tells Rhaenyra that Aemond is at Harrenhal alone with no dragon. You
Oh, yeah,
think
'cause
the appropriate response would be, "Hey, Daemon, go kill him. He's alone at Harrenhal with no dragon." Instead fucking Alicent to go do what's she gonna do? Overpower him? What's she gonna do?
So that one thing I do want to make mention of, and I want to give props to Ryan Condal here, is this episode finally we're seeing a little bit more of Rhaenyra making mistakes. I mean, the last decision was kind of a brain dead dumb mistake, but prior to that, all the empty apologies she's giving the common folk, the empty promises of like, oh yes, I'll pray for her in the sept. Oh yes, we'll find coin, we'll do this, we'll do that. I like how she's making these mistakes where she believes that the people will just always remain on her side because she's a Targaryen, and so she's meant to sit the Iron Throne. So I like that she's making these mistakes. She's slowly growing paranoid. So I can see how the writers could potentially view this new paranoid character of Rhaenyra and be like, okay, she's kind of gotten so paranoid to the point that she is now willing to entrust Alicent, someone who has no fighting skills whatsoever, to slay her own son, someone whom Alicent loves dearly, despite, Alicent claiming at the end of season 2 that she wanted Aemon and Aegon dead. But writing logical inconsistencies aside, it's like Rhaenyra, I can see how it could potentially make sense on paper in the script that like, okay, Rhaenyra is going to send Alicent to do this. And, in Rhaenyra's mindset, she's like, oh, this makes perfect sense. But I think they could have used another revision to make it make more sense. What's up, Ricky?
We have Bartimo Celtigar in chat.
Really?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh,
hell
wow.
Welcome, my liege.
Finally.
Where have you been? Everything's going to shit.
My
in King's
lord.
Landing. Why are you at?
Yeah. Where are your taxes? We need your taxes.
all I'm gonna say is on JC. I'll say this: I liked that Rhaenyra had a bit of a spine in this episode. I know I
She
mentioned
did.
this in I think it was Becky's stream, or maybe it was JC's, one of your guys' streams. But it's like at least Rhaenyra didn't just take it from people this episode. She like threw it back a little bit. I was totally waiting for them to just be like, oh, the Baratheon men show up. Rhaenyra's just gonna forget about what happens to Luke, but she didn't. So I was like, okay, that's good, But I just think she's a complete and utter idiot, and I don't know where this came from. Like, where all of a sudden is she the most stupid person in the show?
Yeah, it's funny because prior to that decision, that dumb decision at the end, I thought I actually liked Rhaenyra for most of the episode. Again, she was kind of making all these mistakes with the common folk. She was kind of growing irritated with them. She cut herself on the Iron Throne. I was like, yes, it begins. Yes. And then that final scene happened, and I was like, okay, well, it was good while it lasted.
On scenes that are good, let's get that out of the way, maybe. Because I don't
Hold
think
on,
they're
Ricky. I was
but
muted. Hold on. I got to answer super chat. But yeah, Allison can just kill him with a knife trick. I agree. Danny, thank you for the super chat. And we'll see. Allison has got skills that we don't know of yet. Go ahead,
She
Ricky.
does.
I liked Gwaine in this episode, and I actually liked the
Yeah.
Daron thing. And I didn't mind, and this is where it just becomes clear that I'm not fully about the books being adapted or whatever. I don't mind the Baratheons turning cloak, and then Rhaenyra. I thought that was quite clever for them to be covered in shit, so they used this sensitivity to odors. And I really enjoyed Gwaine in this episode. So I thought there was those scenes I quite enjoyed.
Oh, is that why he vomited? Because of the odors
Yeah.
and they smelt bad. Oh, I totally that went way over my head.
Yeah,
Oh,
I didn't-
I have a question.
I didn't get that either.
Why didn't Ormond have any reaction to the guy that Daron killed and then got burnt to a crisp right after? That's my only complaint. The smell thing
He's a
seems like
psychopath, and he
sometimes
likes
sometimes it doesn't work.
smell of human flesh burning.
Also, Ira Parker temporarily time spliced himself into Ryan Condal's brain when he wrote that vomit scene, and Ryan Condal's like, "Oh, vomit, poop, yes."
Well, go ahead, Becky.
So is that so? Allison, because Allison told Rhaenyra that he's got a sensitivity to smell and stuff like that. So that's how Rhaenyra's used that information. Then was for that purpose. Oh, okay, it makes sense now. But I agree that Gwaine, I think, carried this episode. I loved the Gwaine and Daron scene in particular when they were having their little chat. I think Gwayne's a great character. I think he's been a good asset to season 3, so I can't fault him.
I agree.
I'm very well, not relieved, but if he had to, because by this point Gwaine should be dead, but the fact that he's still alive, he's one of those characters that, like Ricky mentioned, proves that you can have a positive change from the book. I think there's comments in our videos that suggest that because it's different from the book, you guys automatically hate the TV show. And it's no, that's not the case. We don't hate changes from the book. What we don't like is when something is just not written well. It wasn't thought through well enough. It doesn't make sense within the logical consistency of the story. But something like Gwayne's character and how he cares for Daron, and he's like, hey, this Ormond's a psychopath. He only cares about getting himself on the Iron Throne, not about you. It's okay, this makes sense. Even though Gwaine should be dead, I appreciate the nuance to his character that are here that weren't in the book.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
I thought Gwaine was awesome in this episode.
Yeah.
He gave me something to care about in that plot line.
Yeah. Another good scene is the one of Aegon and Larys and Thailand. I
Yes. I think we needed more Aegon in this episode, I think, to make it better. Less Alicent, more Aegon, because he's again been a really good part of season 3. I've really enjoyed his and Larys's scenes.
I am extremely worried about Aegon in the next 2 episodes. That's all I can say. I feel like they have not done nearly enough development towards what I think they're building towards, but I agree with you guys. I really like that scene. I mean, you just have 3 fantastic actors. It feels like a totally different writer is writing their stuff. And yeah, I agree with you guys. I think it's pretty fantastic. hopefully Aegon has a good character arc. I still think it's going to really bank on if they can pull it off the next 2 episodes.
It all
JC's
depends,
thoughts on Aegon?
because I don't really give a fuck about them feeding Sunfire or not. Like that in the logistics of this show, that just like in this case, in this episode, everyone just fast travels and has like Littlefinger's jetpack from Game of Thrones. I don't care if they feed Sunfire. I don't care if they stab Sunfire to death. I don't give a fuck about the dragons. I'm just here for like I'm at the point where, oh nice, there's a scene that focuses on the character development and someone trying to get better. Awesome. Thank you for that. And that is why I enjoy Aegon. So the CGI lizard thing, oh man, they can just burn in hell, because once we focused on the dragon seeds plot and then the claiming of dragons, the show turned downhill. I don't care anymore. It's like I cannot wait for Duncan Egg, so I can like look at human
Rejuvenate
beings
yourself.
and like I know. I mean, it's in the name, right? It's in the name. Like
Voice of Old Town got name dropped in the episode. Just saying.
Yeah.
Ricky has
Hell
friends
yeah.
everywhere.
so nowadays, I am in the House of the Dragon. Thank you,
Mm.
guys.
Ricky
Thank
is the one to
you, right,
blame
all.
for the pain.
Something I want to bring up with you guys, and Ali Mohammed here points out that they believe that more could have done with this whole hour. Did this episode, with exception of maybe like 2 scenes, feel like filler to you guys? Do you guys feel like they could honestly have removed most of this episode and nothing of substance would be lost from the overall story?
It felt longer than the Odyssey. And Odyssey is
Wow.
it's
Wow.
3 hours long. And I just watched it today, and I felt like that didn't drag.
Yeah.
But once you make me like care about Hugh's wife having a problem about him fucking claiming a dragon, which is nuts in concept, it all like it just drags. Like, yeah, okay, but this is just drama for the sake of drama. Can we
Yeah.
move
Yeah,
on?
I didn't get her problem because like didn't their child die because they were so poor and they
Yeah.
couldn't sorry,
Yeah.
he's just become a dragon rider. Like it's such a turn on to have your husband become a dragon rider. Why would she not be happy with that? Like I just
Also,
don't
this man is
understand.
basically trying to get you out of this situation where you've
Yeah.
been sexually
Yeah.
assaulted in, and your response is, "I'm going to stay here with my family, where we're also living with 3 Hightower soldiers." Huh?
Yeah.
Makes no sense. He's trying to protect her and make her rich. Like I don't really understand.
Your brother
why
got
she's so
murdered in
annoyed.
the city that we're in.
And-
Like,
And this is what we refer to, guys. Like, we're not hating this because it wasn't in the book. We're hating it. We're not hating it. We're just
I'm just hating
don't-
it in general.
I am hating it.
Let the hate flow through you. We don't like this scene because it doesn't add anything to the story, and it makes no sense within the context of Hugh's wife character. Like, that's a completely different motivation than what she had in season 2. In season 2, she would have been all for like, oh yes, Hugh, get us out of squalor. And all of a sudden it's like, oh Hugh, you've been away, with all your coin on Dragonstone. And it's like, sis, he's here to, my sister in Christ, he is here to save you. My sister in R'hllor, he is here to save you and get you out of squalor. What are you talking about? That's what you wanted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going back to your original question though, JC, I think the problem we've had after I'd say the first 2 episodes, because the first 2 episodes are really fast paced. Obviously, there's a lot of action, there's a lot of payoffs. It was supposed to be the end of season 2. After that point, I feel like there's been so much wasted time in this show. It's just, as much as I like the concept of episode 3, it didn't progress basically any of the plots outside of Rhaenyra's. And now we've gotten to this point where they're trying to build up to Tumbleton, but it feels like the plot is just stalled. It feels like we're just waiting for this thing to happen that hasn't happened yet. And so we have to imagine things to like, oh, what keeps the plot going? Okay, well, now we have the Sons of the Harpy are in King's Landing under Ormond's control. And we've got, the Baratheon thing, however you feel about that. And we've got the fake Daeron plot that consumes episode 3 and 4. It just feels like we're in this spot where it feels like we're so underdeveloped in all of our plot lines, but yet it feels like we're still doing filler, which is crazy when you think about it. That's my thoughts on your question, JC.
Yeah, no, I agree with you completely. Like, they're choosing to focus on things that I'm surprised they're focusing on. Again, instead of moving the plot forward, they're like, oh no, Alicent and Helena got stuck in the secret tunnels. Oh no, Corlys got kidnapped and potentially killed off for some reason. Oh no, what's gonna like Hugh's wife now hates Hugh for some reason. It's just like so, again, changes for the sake of changes, if they're good, it's fine. Changes if it makes sense for the story, if it progresses with the story, that's great. We don't care. But changes from the book when it's just like, hey, look at all this random stuff and manufactured drama. Please subscribe to HBO Max. That's when I'm just like, all right, yeah, I'm not.
Damn straight, Jordan. Damn straight. You could have focused on the important stories like Bartimo Celtigar and the Triarchy. And we sort of did, right? And our hero will return. I have a gut
We're gonna have a
feeling that our
Marvel
hero,
thing. It's gonna be
Bartimo
Celtigar is gonna return. It's season
Get
4.
hyped. The coin bowl is happening. The coin bowl. It's like all these scenes with Torn Manderley are just there to set up the coin bowl. And when it comes, it'll be glorious. Torn Manderley.
Somebody's got to make a Torn Manderley YouTube account and come to chat, please. Well, you know what someone brought up in chat? What do you guys think about? I mean, we talked about Hugh, so let's talk about the flip side of that. I actually did like Ulf in this episode. I don't know if you guys want to talk about him. I liked what we saw from him, just continuing what we've seen that's been set up from the previous episodes of how Ulf, for one, can't go drink with his buddies, which is that's just a crime in and of itself. And then Damon also like talking down to him while he's doing his like plot in this episode. Any thoughts you guys have on Ulf?
I always like Ulf. I mean, in season 3, again, I really like Ulf in season 3. Every scene that he's in has just given him development.
I'm so sorry. Coin bowl, coin bowl, coin bowl.
Becky, do you like Ulf better here in season 3 compared to season 2?
Yeah, I do. And I feel like he seems like really sweet. Like all he wants to do is just like go out with his mates and just like live a bit more of his normal life. And obviously he was having that chat with Hugh about how he kind of wished his things were like how they were before. Like he's got the dragon, but like he's lost other things. And that was kind of like a parallel to what they were saying to Rhaena as well, how she's got the dragon she wanted, but she's lost lots of other things.
Oh god,
So-
Rhaena. Forgot she was in this episode.
I mean, I was very happy to see her get slapped. She deserved that.
Jane Eyre should be
I'm
the
so
queen. That's all I
glad.
gotta say.
I'm so glad we've cut Neto so we can have Jane Eyre slap a Targaryen princess. Like fuck off. It's just so
Hey, that was one of the
insane.
best scenes of the episode. Was watching fake Nettles get just
Yeah.
yeeted into the next universe.
Lady Forlorn, I won't highlight your chat just because of spoilers, but I agree with you. I won't be mad anymore. It's like they're actually planting the seeds for that quite well. They've planted it throughout the season. They planted it pretty well here this episode. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that moment. And I think I agree with Becky as well. I've definitely like how they've added more layers to Ulf's character. He's no longer just the stupid drunk that he was in season 2. Now he's like a drunk who cares about his mates, who just wants to who misses the good old days before he was burdened with the responsibility of a dragon.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you for the super chat, Rooks at War. It's actually mind-boggling that they're giving more screen time to Mysaria than to Aegon.
Oh yeah,
Zari's done nothing.
Mysaria is a character of all time that I never want to see. Just her and Alicent, ship them to Harrenhal, and we never see scenes of them again. I hope they get like murdered on the way, and we don't even see it. It's not even on screen. We just hear about it.
that maid that she talked to one of the kings, like a Kingsguard person about, like, oh, that one, is a thief and steals stuff. Did they ever follow that up with anything? Like, did they kill that maid or no?
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, they didn't really clarify, did they?
Yeah, no.
I'm assuming died off screen, casualty of Mysaria screen time.
Casualty of Mysaria screen time. Nice.
What have we not talked about in the episode?
Corlys.
See,
Yeah.
surely he has to die now because they can't have two like fake deaths for him in the same season. Like, because obviously after the Battle of the Gullet, it was like, oh, is he dead? And then he comes
It's a
back.
fake death.
Surely they can't do the same again. When now it's
We
we're in
do
the same
have shots
position.
of him at Tumbleton. So he is alive.
But like,
Unless they changed it, they could have made the trailer and then be like, let's just cut that. and this is
But
where
why
he
do
ends.
you keep doing this to him? Like, where's his entire plot is just, oh, am I dead? Oh no, psych, I'm back. Like, that's his
Becky,
entire plot.
it's for artificial tension. That's exactly why we had Allison and Elena stuck in the tunnels or whatever in the last episode.
This is what I mean about the screen time, and we don't have many episodes left, and they're using it on stuff like this.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to talk about Corliss before I go?
I think it's again just an excuse to give Steve Toussaint, who I actually like as an actor, more screen time.
Yeah.
It's
Love
just
him.
they're just trying to manufacture drama for him in the dumbest way possible. Love the actor, don't like the storyline.
Ricky, any other wise words on Corliss?
I'm with JC and Becky. I really love Steve Toussaint, and I don't know. It's there's this. It's like, make my wife queen. I have to fucking kill every last Triarchy soldier in the world. And oh no, am I dead? No, I'm actually not dead. That is Corliss Velaryon in House of the Dragon. It's like, and that's such a pity. Because
Yeah.
you could have. This is a very famous man, he's been on all over the world. The amount of stuff you could have written for him is like insane. It's all there. So instead of going, oh, do you actually know about Rhaena and the Vulture King? You could have written something for Corliss. Because he's been all over the world. That's where you should use the fucking lore. It's like crazy to me.
Can you do that
Yeah.
imitation again of Corliss?
that was my Ryan Condal impression. It's like,
Oh, sorry.
"Oh, we could actually use something for Corliss in this episode. Talk about the Vulture King. Yeah.
Perfect. I love it.
I don't know how he talks because I'm not watching those interviews, and man, I don't watch that man yap about anything.
Every time he talks, I lose brain cells. But moving on, let's just think about this for a second. We got Corliss, who was basically not in this episode and the last episode, and they hit us with Corliss, who is presumably hunting these Triarchy people. You would assume near his home, Rook's Rest area, maybe. And all of a sudden, John Roxon just appears, and he's just here somehow. He was literally in the episode at Tumbleton. Brother, who is writing this?
It's Littlefinger's jetpack, like Ricky said. Littlefinger's jetpack.
Yeah,
I won't-
we're back.
I won't
We're
say- I
so
won't
back.
say-
Welcome back, Game of Thrones season 7.
I won't say later things of Game of Thrones since Becky hasn't watched the finish of the show, but I'll
Thank
say this.
you.
I'll say Littlefinger's army from the Vale in season 6 getting all the way up to Winterfell somehow. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Somehow the jetpack returned.
Like, I'm doing
Absolute
fake
real
out now.
cinema.
what is happening?
That might be that actually might be a good reason why they're giving Corliss this random storyline. It's to tie it into the Corliss prequel they want to make.
But they had a good storyline, and then they screwed it up. He was like the best character of the first 4 episodes, and they were like, let's just send him away, and he's hanging people, and
I have a
now he's
I have
captured.
a very good idea about a possible Corliss prequel. They should do an animated show about him fighting the Triarchy. That would be very glorious. Like I would die to see that happen. Like, perfect. Thank you. Thank
No,
you.
the way that
is
show would go, Ricky, is the first episode he'd be in a battle, and then he'd be like, "Oh, is he dead?" And then the rest of the season we follow Batement.
and it's 24 episodes.
Oh,
Oh,
that was a plot of all time. Guys, got any
That is a
predictions
plot
of
of
what
all
they're doing
time.
if Corliss, assuming he's alive? We guys got any predictions on what they're going to do with his plot going forward? We're on uncharted territory. This isn't spoilers for the book or anything. So
I think they'll kill him off in some way, some
Really?
tragic way, where Alan can be like, yeah, because I don't give a fuck about it, like Fire and Blood and if they ever choose to then pick it up, it will be after Corliss's natural death that we know we just won't get to. So I think this is a whole thing they took or will take liberties with. So I think he will die at Tumbleton watching something, and Alan will
Interesting.
see it. And there's a shot of Alan and it seems to be like this funeral procession. So I think that's what it is, but I don't know. Maybe it is someone else, Adam or whoever.
Hmm.
Because the big thing, right, is are they gonna merge the Tumbletons?
That's what I'm afraid of. As you're speaking about it, and the stuff that they're doing with Corlys, and the stuff with the stuff with the Valerians, and talking about Moon Dancer, I was like, oh, are we going there? Are we merging Tumbleton with second Tumbleton without delving into specifics here for sake of spoilers?
Hmm.
And now your theory about Corlys being killed makes sense, but we'll see.
Becky, any predictions?
Yeah, well, I think I'm sensing a Corlys death. I think, and I think as well they've built up his connection with Alan a lot in this season. I mean, they've forgotten about Adam, so Adam doesn't exist. Corlys clearly has a favorite son here because he spent all of his time with Alan. But they've built up those two characters so much together in their relationship that I kind of feel like Corlys' death is inevitable for Alan's character as well, because they're maybe showing the impact that would have on Alan, or Alan could be involved in some way. So I think there's a reason why they're building those characters up so much, and maybe like Corlys dies before Alan ever gets legitimized. Then it's like, oh, Corlys's one wish was to legitimize his son, and then it doesn't matter, like it didn't happen. So something like that. I think I can totally see them doing that.
I mean, just to your guys' point, there is something it's been on social media. It's not necessarily a spoiler, but it's speculation based on the trailers. We do see Alan in front of it appears like a funeral procession. So that could be Corlys. Maybe it's some of the soldiers that died off at the end of this episode. I'll just throw it out there. There's been a lot of speculation on that. So
is this for episode 7?
It's not the gravestone from the event in Fire and Blood. That graveyard scene from Fire and Blood. You know what I'm talking about, Grace?
What are you talking about?
Okay, I don't want to talk about because it's spoilers for the future, but there's a graveyard scene. Alan is looking at the headstone. I don't know how much more I want to delve into this. You don't think it's that from Fire and Blood?
I mean, it's possible, but I
do you know what I'm talking about?
I kind of do. I kind of vaguely remember, but like I don't know. My issue is trying to predict anything with the show, with the book, is just like you might as well just throw it away at this point.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They've given Corlys a lot of screen time, which they haven't in the last 2 seasons, which makes me feel like he's going to die this season.
There is a BTS shot. Just to you, I want to talk to you off stream later on about that. There's a BTS shot, and I think they kind of fucked up. And I think it kind of just totally spoils what we're in for next with Corlys. Not saying that he will die definitely, but there's something that they've released that they fucked up. Just so you guys remind me after the stream, I want to talk to you about that.
I saw this, Jack. This is absolutely not happening. If you think they're killing Alicent this season, you haven't been paying attention. That's all I gotta say. Alicent is the golden child. Okay, Alicent will survive and will somehow appear in the follow-up show of House of the Dragon. No.
She's Azor Ahai.
True. It's true. Can you guys think of anything we haven't covered yet in the episode?
I'm trying to think what else happened.
Helena's prophecies continue. She, with 100% certainty, she knows Aemon's at Harrenhal, so she knits it into her little, I don't know what she's knitting, like a sweater or blanket or something. So
that's interesting though, because I thought that was the Night's King story.
I thought it was like a White Walker type thing because of the eyes.
Oh, you saw that one sapphire eye, so I was like, oh, it's Aemon.
Oh yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, JC. Helena's like such a broken character at this point that I'm just kind of like, I don't know. They flip flop. Do they want her to be Marvel comedic character? Do they want her to be serious character? But then
she's been.
We all expected, hey, okay, are they going to address the thing she did last season? And they've kind of just like, no, let's just avoid that and just keep going. I do like that Helena like gave it to Alicent in this episode and said like, you're acting for yourself. You're not acting for me. I liked that.
Yeah.
I like that Helena felt a little bit. I said this for last episode too, that she felt a little bit more like season 2 version of the character that has a little bit more of an actual character and agency than just how she was presented a lot in early season 3, where it's just she's just there along the ride and that's it. So
Yeah.
I'll give them props for that. I liked that element of Helena on the episode.
Yeah, it's just
It is
inconsistent.
crazy. Sorry, you guys.
Well, I was just saying it's inconsistent from episode to episode, from season to
Yeah.
season. Like sometimes Helena is like the voice of the writers. She's there to spell out the message of the story. Other times she's just there to prophesy. Other times she's neurodivergent. It's like, all right, well, who's the real Helena here, guys? What's going on?
The real Helena is the friends we made along the way. It's I just don't know. It's a spoilery, so I won't get into it. But I knowing where we should be going, it is so odd to see her character progress. Because I don't think she's very sad about her son. She's more sad about
That she can't go outside.
Yeah.
That's basically what they boiled it down to. She can't go outside. That's it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do have a plotline we haven't talked about. So,
Oh.
do you guys want to, Becky? Do you want to talk about
what?
Helena before we move on?
Well, I did have one thought about Helena actually.
Yeah,
I
go
feel like
ahead.
in this episode they definitely made her seem a lot more miserable and deflated, like a lot more sorrowful, and there were scenes of her just looking really, really sad. And obviously I won't spoil anything from the book, but I just didn't know if that was kind of leading up to a potential something that they're planting seeds for at the moment. I'm trying to be as vague as I can, but they just made her look really, really sad in this episode.
I can't wait for her to have a dream about the White Walkers again. I'm dying to
I
see
want more
White
prophecy
Walkers.
stuff. I don't think we get
There's
enough
a
prophecy.
diabolical
We need
comment
more
in
of
chat
it.
right now that I can't put on screen, but it's diabolical. Yeah. So let's move on to the one plotline we haven't really touched on too much. What did you guys think? I guess we'll just go around. JC, what did you think of the Damon plotline of him going undercover as a gold cloak guy and trying to figure out the Sons of the Harpy plot?
I was indifferent to it. I did like I unironically, although I'm sure the writers didn't intend it for it to be funny. It's like Damon, once again, he can wear a cloak. He can wear like a little helmet, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's not Damon, that's a gold cloak. Oh, where did Damon go? So I unironically liked it, even though it was so dumb and stupid. But we know she
These comments are
All
diabolical.
Helena wants. Is it too much to ask?
She also really wants to see the window. She wants to see the moon outside the window. That's all she
Mm.
wants, guys. She just
The
really
moon and
wants to
chickens.
see-
Beautiful view.
Yeah,
The
wonderful.
scenery.
I'm indifferent towards Damon. It's like, it's just hunting gold cloaks, I guess, and he's wearing the Harry Potter invisibility cloak, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Ricky, thoughts?
Oh, yeah.
Ricky's just like,
great-
I'm
great
here for
thought.
the ride.
We haven't seen like some people disguising. At this point, this is House of the Dragon's very own version of characters in Star Wars dressing up as the Imperial officers. Like, oh, let's go on a like secret mission to find out what this is really about. When it's just one guy and he doesn't even have Dark Sister with him, which is like, okay, man, yeah, you could have just you could have gotten swarmed, you could have died. And the constant neglect of the dragons in a show about how the House of the Dragon is crazy. I'm more. There was the one line at the fucking small council meeting where he was like, "You have to think about Aegon's prophecy," and it was like,
It all leads back to Aegon's Street.
Yes, we want more prophecy.
It all goes
And
back to that
then,
dagger.
Then Rhaenyra was like, "No, it's not what my father wanted." It's like, there we have it. It's like this constant back and forth about the fucking prophecy. It's like they pick and choose on how to implement it and throw it into your face. And I feel like at this point, It is just there to annoy you guys because I know you have this huge gripe with the fucking prophecy.
Actually, real quick, Ricky, did you like the one scene where Damon threw his coffee cup at Torin Manderley? You as a Celtigar stan, did you like when
Yeah,
Manderley?
Yeah,
I was laughing.
that was my favorite scene of this episode.
Nice.
I mean, Bartimos is just or not Bartimos. Torn is just an idiot. I mean, just like before we go to Becky's turn, that guy's just
Yeah, careful.
he deserves
now,
more
Careful.
cups thrown at him. Okay, go ahead, Becky.
It is happening. It is happening. Coin ball. It is happening.
Perfect.
You see him lurking. You see the way he looks at him?
That side
He's like,
eye.
I'm gonna get you, fucker. I'm gonna get you.
It stares into my soul, that's for sure.
And Torrin looks so innocent. in that picture as
Yeah,
well.
damn straight. Watch your mouth. There it is.
Becky, what did you think on Damon's plotline in the episode?
I mean, I don't really feel like there's that much to say about it. Other than that, I liked again what it did for Ulf's character. You know,
Yeah.
just kind of again, like I think that's the only thing really that it served was Ulf's dynamic there, and his not being treated very well, to say the least, by Team Black. But other than that, what else did the plot serve? Yeah, don't know. Just Damon wandering around the streets dressed as a gold clerks because all of his have resigned and he's got none left because he's not paying them. So you got to pay your staff.
It's true, you do.
I don't know.
I saw a comment that reminded me of something that made me actively roll my eyes. They mentioned the guy, Damon was like had against the wall, mentioned Daron the Daring.
Yeah.
How's he Daron the Daring? It's not happened.
He hasn't
You cut it
earned
out
that
of the
yet.
show. So
He's not earned that yet. He should not deserve that title.
don't throw book things at us when you haven't earned them. I just thought Damon was goofy in this episode. It just felt like, they needed to give him something to do. So, he's not going to either Tumbleton or not going to burn Aemond to death. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, brother Damon didn't even try to disguise himself. He put a helmet on. He was like, I'm disguised. And then the guy, once he gets confronted, is like, Damon Targaryen, I never would have known. Brother, come on. You're supposed to be a highly trained assassin, my guy, or whatever you are. I don't even know. I don't know. I feel like every other scene I like with Damon, but I did like the Ulf stuff, like Becky mentioned. I think that was the best part of his plot line.
It's so odd. Like, I would have never imagined Ulf the White being one of my favorite characters, but here we are. Like,
maybe MVP. He's trending that way.
yeah.
Best character of the show.
I wouldn't go that far, but
Hey, this season, I'll put him up there in the top 5. I'll nominate him.
Definitely.
Yeah, I would
Definitely.
actually. Yeah.
I'm
Hell
still
yeah.
partial to Alan. But yeah, we can do Ulf the soft.
I also want to say thank you for the super chat, Brave Bunny Cat. Gwaine is the man. Best part. I don't know about the best part of this, but one of the stronger parts of the episode. I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
Totally. Any closing thoughts from you guys on Damon? Because we also have another plotline we haven't really talked about to discuss. Good.
I want what's Grease to you. You've seen the Obi-Wan show, right?
Yes.
Tragic.
Are you talking about the trench coat scene?
Yes.
Oh my god.
What's sillier, Leia being in a little
It's definitely Kenobi. It's definitely Kenobi. Okay, we're not there yet. Kenobi's that's like Star Wars stuff that does not exist. It breaks so much canon, it's not even funny. But it's like that's a whole different. Let's not go down that road.
Yeah,
Okay, that's just like that's like, you're gonna bring up Rings of Power next? Like, let's just throw all the shitters together.
maybe.
But yeah, let's move on to another plotline we haven't really talked too much about in this episode. As Aemond and Alice, they had a couple scenes in this episode.
Oh yeah.
So I'd love to hear what you guys think. Whoever wants to go first, whoever's the most passionate about the subject, feel free to talk about thoughts on the episode of that part.
Is anybody passionate?
The silence speaks so loud.
Does anyone care?
Who wants to talk about House of the Dragon?
Does Alice Rivers actually have the dragon eggs from Rhaena in the book? I thought Alyssa Farman had Dany's eggs. Did Rhaena's eggs stay with Alice in the book?
It's all alleged because
Okay.
like we are not at that part of. Okay, this is hard to word. Fire and Blood Part 2 would clarify a lot of things about Alice.
Yeah.
Just put it that way. There's a lot of rumors. Like some people rumored that she had a dragon, but it could have been something like Melisandre-esque magic. We don't know. So they're very much hitting a gray area of like we don't really know. So that in
Okay.
terms of like them saying that she has dragon eggs, I don't think is that big of a problem given like what they established in the episode is like, yeah, Rhaena was at Harrenhal for a while, so was her dragon.
Yeah.
Her dragon has a track record of having dragon eggs. So yeah.
No, I'm not saying that as like a bad thing. I was just like, I was like I was scratching my head, like, wait a minute, did she have the dragon egg? Like, I was trying to recall from the book. I was like, I don't remember that happening. But I mean, not that it matters. I mean, Ryan Condal loves and hates the book at the same time. Probably hates, but I don't know. I'm pretty indifferent. I do find it kind of silly once again that the only reason, I mean, it seems to be that Alice Rivers once again sided with Aemon because Alice couldn't get a castle from Damon in episode 2. So all of a sudden she's like, all right, I can't get the Harrenhal castle. Well, F Team Black. I'm fully on board with Team Green now. And it's like that's the reasoning that that she was doing all this for Aemon, and now I don't know where this is going. I don't know where this is going.
Yeah, because why didn't she do all of that with Damon?
Yeah, why didn't she like seduce him like she's seducing Aemon right now?
She wants
have
a
no idea.
Targaryen, right? She
Yeah.
wants the
Oh, yeah.
Targaryen blood.
Is she saying like, oh, we need to return when she was saying like we need to return to the way like the old ways or the way things were? Was she like implying that she wants old Valyria to come back? Is that what she was implying there?
Like sort of their own kingdom, their own empire thing, like
Yeah.
going full maniac.
I
Yeah, I
can
don't
see
know.
it. I can see the vision just based off book theories. Like, because I did like an Alice video between season 2 and season 3, and like I see where the vision comes from. But I'm gonna let Becky talk, and then I'll go because I'll yeah.
I just liked to see the eggs. They just looked pretty.
They are
That's
pretty.
my insightful thoughts.
Hell yeah, they were pretty. I will say that.
Yeah.
We got a Rhaena the Black, or not the Black, Rhaena the Queen of the West mentioned, so that just makes this the best plot line of the episode. My issue with that whole plot line is it just feels so inconsistent. It feels like Alice became a completely different character between season 2 and season 3. Her motivations
for sure.
don't make any sense based
Yeah.
on where we were in season 2. And that's like my biggest issue with even like season 2, whatever you want to say of season 2. Some people like season 2, some people don't like season 2. It feels like they looked at season 2 and went, okay, let's just change these characters now. Like, for better or worse, you need to stick with what you've developed for the character. Same discussion we've had with Helena is you introduce her having these huge magical powers. You've chosen to do that. You can't take it back. So go with that. Run with that. Do something with it. They chose not to do anything with it thus far. It feels like Alice is the same, where like the characterization is just so different between the last season and this season. And now I'm just like, it's interesting because you're trying to fit into the book lore, where the book lore, we, without going into spoilers, don't know much about her behind the scenes. All we know is like, okay, she and Aemon seem to have some sort of thing, like it's presented in the show. And there's things that happen in the future that it's like, okay, you have to really speculate hard on what was going in the background and what's happening. So I understand where they came from with this plot, but it just feels very unnatural given the show character, if that makes sense.
Yeah, her character writing is inconsistent from season to season for sure. Like her motivations are different. Yes, I agree.
Agreed. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything else we haven't talked about in the episode. I mean, we kind of touched on Daron and Ormond based on Gwaine. Is there any other like thoughts you have on those two characters? Because Daron especially at least got a little bit more time to actually develop him in this episode.
They are
I thought that one shot of him, like they, and this was editing. This is an editing thing. I thought it was quite funny, where it was like, "What about my mother?" And then it was like full screen is his face, like, like it was. I know it was supposed to be like an emotional thing, but it was so weirdly edited. I was like, "What about my mother? Did she say anything?" It's like,
I do like that they are definitely they're seeding some potential dissension there between Daron and Ormond Hightower. Like they're definitely seeding a conflict down the line. And actually, one of the things that I actually appreciate about Ormond and Daron's quote unquote relationship is that they're actually providing subtlety at that they're hinting at abuse, at some kind of abuse that is going on between Ormond Ormond doing to Daron some kind of physical abuse of some kind, or maybe even worse. We don't know that yet, but they're hinting at it, but they're not explicitly saying it out loud. And I really appreciate that subtlety. I'm like, in a show that really likes to, especially the season, to like show SA quite a bit to get their point across. For this one relationship, they're definitely being restrained, and I really, really appreciate that. So, despite our problems with the writing, I'll give the writers props for that one.
There's a whole thing about Ormond being homophobic, even though he seems very, 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 very gay. So there's this whole Christian who's like in the closet and like, but the gods and Christ, Jesus Christ, is forsaking me to have like this relationship thing that they're adding, I think. And I thought that is an interesting aspect. And I'm interested to see where that goes with Gwen specifically. Like I think adding Gwen to this storyline now, at least there's some scenes that are gonna be good, hopefully.
Agreed. Becky, any thoughts to add to that?
Yeah, I just agree. I like that we've got a little bit more Daron depth. Not Daron the Daring yet, but Daron depth, because he kind of knows that he's been played like a puppet. So that's why I just liked his conversation with him and Ormond, because he was very like insightful about it. But then it's like, well, what are you going to do about it? So, like JC said, we're planting seeds. We've definitely had some seeds sowing for future conflict with Ormond. So I'm looking forward to that, because I'm quite enjoying that plotline at the moment. But I don't have any predictions really for it.
I definitely think they helped this plotline putting Gwen into it, because I'm going to be honest, I don't care about Ormond at all. Great actor. I don't care about, Mr. Villainous, I have smell problems. I don't care. And Daron is just awful in the show compared to the book. So yeah, this is when I am going to be mad, because they take a character that actually is cool in the book and they've made it just like, okay. I'm just walking around, just murdering people, and we're just gonna, whatever. So yeah, I like Gwen. I like Gwen and Daron's scene. I think it's good development for both characters. But it'd been great if we would have gotten this development for Daron, so we could actually care about the character before he murders an innocent person. That would have been fantastic. But I just don't care now. So.
But Gwen's improved his plot. I think Gwen's improved.
Agreed, 100%. 100%.
Definitely.
Gwen's the reason I care about the plot at all, Becky.
Yeah, literally. This is why in this episode it ramped up for me.
Yeah. We'll have to see where they go with that, given, we've had a lot of talks about, are they going to combine the Tumbleton stuff, which would be very interesting if they did by the end of the season, because that has major implications on a lot of different characters. So, yeah. Any other closing thoughts and any things we haven't talked about in the episode, or things you want to talk about in the episode that we just kind of maybe glossed over?
I'm looking at my notes. Let's see. I just have like Rhaena and Jane. We already talked about that. Black Alley Alysain. She's barely had any screen time. She just had like a cameo in a previous episode, and then here she was the one who killed Sir Criston Cole, and then that's pretty much it. I definitely would like to see more of her. Well, it sounded creepy. More like screen time of her and some of the other characters. Yeah, I think we covered most of it. Unless you guys want to talk more about Rhaenyra's decision making there at the end.
I don't know. I feel like I said my piece on Rhaenyra. Yeah. I just think at least she has a spine in this episode. Like, she's not just people are walking over her. So I like that part, but I just feel like the character is just, they've, instead of making her a ruler that's like, say, a bit more nuanced and her as an actual person, they've gone the route of she's just a complete and utter idiot. And I just don't like that depiction of the character, given Rhaenyra, up until some of these episodes, has not really been depicted as such. So I don't know. With Rhaenyra, she's just a constant frustration to me. It's like one scene, I'm like, man, let's do some more with that. And then they go the next episode or the next scene, and we go Allison to Rhaenyra, and I'm like, okay, well, we took one step forward and two steps back again. That's my piece in Rhaenyra.
That's fair. I didn't know if anyone had anything else to add. I think we're all in the same boat. That
Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Is a
There
character
we
one
go.
time.
there we go.
Becky, any closing thoughts on Rhaenyra?
I mean, I think they were doing good work with her right up until the end. Like, I quite enjoyed that. Oh, she was getting a bit more of a backbone. Oh, she was making more mistakes. She was getting a bit more sassy. Like, I kind of like that. I feel like we should have seen that way earlier on in the season. I don't know why they're making her act this way now, but hey ho, I'll take it. And then she just comes up with a really dumb plan at the end, which I feel like is going to be the climactic point of the penultimate episode. And I just don't really want it to be. So it's like, I feel like that's what's going to be the focus of next week. But then it's like, it's such a dumb plan. So yeah, I feel like they kind of spoiled her character a bit right there at the end. But oh well.
Agreed, Becky. JC, anything you want to talk about Rhaenyra before we end?
Yeah, I think again, it's a point of frustration. Like you said, Grease, there's times where I'm like, whoa, okay, they're doing something really cool and nuanced with Rhaenyra here. And there's other times where it's like, all right, well, forget what I said. I think that escape plan, or not escape plan, the plan to have Alicent be shooed away and then her keeping Helena as hostage and making sure that Alicent kills Aemond is very foolish of a plan. And again, the reason I think they're doing that, the writers are doing that, is because they're trying to contrive a way for Alicent to be away when a certain event happens, potentially this next episode or potentially here soon. So that's the only reason I can think of why they wanted to contrive this Alicent going to killing Aemond plan thing.
Agreed. I thought this was a really cool question, or a good question, just in general. So I guess we can go around. Who is everyone's favorite character and least favorite character thus far? So JC, I guess we'll just go around the circle. Feel free to tell us your favorite and your least.
Oh, cool. For this season or the show as a whole?
I guess this season they didn't specify. So I
Yeah.
guess let's just go this season.
Oh, that's a hard one. I've really liked Alan's character. I think Alan of Hull, because he's not legitimized yet. Alan of Hull has been my MVP character of this season so far. I've really liked what they've done with him. I've really liked how in this episode he pointed out Corlys's hypocrisy, where Corlys was like, "Why aren't you mad that Rhaenyra didn't legitimize you?" And then Alan says something to the effect of like, "Well, why didn't you care all those years when I was a bastard? And all of a sudden now you care that I'm still a bastard." I thought that was really cool. I was like, "Oh, heck yeah. Clap back, Alan." So Alan's been my MVP this season. Disliked Alicent 100% by like a mile, by like 100 miles. Alicent by far.
Fair. Ricky, favorite, least favorite.
It was between Alan and Aegon, and I think it is Aegon.
Fair. Least favorite, Ricky.
Everyone else, just kidding. Least favorite, yeah, just has to go to Alicent.
Hell yeah. Becky, favorite. Okay, go ahead. What were you gonna say, JC?
I know how much that hurts Ricky to say because it's Olivia Cook, and Olivia Cook has a soft spot in all of our.
It's what I'm saying, man. Like, come on. Like,
she's no Millie Alcock. That's all I can say.
come on.
We never hated her character. Just saying.
Sorry for interrupting you, Becky. Sorry.
All right. Favorite character. I really like Joffrey. We got to see Joffrey in this episode for like 2 seconds, and he was blurred in the background. Who do I like? So I also like. Okay, I'm torn between, because I really like Alan in this season as well. I think some of his scenes have been like the most emotional. I think, especially, I think from the start of the season, I think Alan's been up there for me. But I also really like Larys because I really liked his speech to Aegon in, I think it was the previous episode. And even just his mannerisms and stuff, like we saw only a small snippet of Larys in this episode, but even just his mannerisms and stuff, and like the way he was like looking at Tyland, I just really like Larys. So I think it's Larys or Alan that have been my favourites. And then my least favourite is quite clearly Alicent. I think we're all maybe agreed on that.
Yeah. You know, Ricky, you goofed up with your favorite. Just saying.
I
Hmm.
know it's Bartimos Seltigar, but he's not in
Um,
season 3. Oh, he is. He was. We got like some two or three Glob Shido appearances in the background. Where it's like, my queen, you cannot
Hell
do
yeah.
that.
But he was still in the season. You could have picked him.
Hell
What
yeah.
about-
Yeah, it's Bartimos.
And your
I'll
least favorite
change
wasn't
now.
Torn Manderly either. You're just hypocrite. All I gotta
I'm a
say.
cosplayer, bro. I'm just a pretender.
JC's so disappointed in you, he left.
Sorry, my puppy was scratching the
Oh,
door.
you're
I'm
good.
sorry. I'm sorry.
You're good.
I'll be back. real quick.
Mine's similar to Becky. My favorite's probably Alan. I did like Kristen Cole for the scenes we did get of him in this season, but I'd probably say Alan. And least obviously is Allison. I mean, come on. I mean, yeah. That's all I can say on that character.
Fair.
I feel like though we've gotten to the part of the stream now where we give our final ratings, final thoughts. So let's go reverse order this time. Becky, what is your rating for the episode? Any final thoughts that you want to say on the episode?
So, final thoughts as well. I was just overall filled with disappointment. I was very disappointed with Crispy Cole's death from the start of the episode. So that kind of set the scene for me for the rest. And then I don't feel like there was many redeeming qualities for the remainder of the episode. And the plot at the end with sending Alicent off to Harrenhal to assassinate her son. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. So I think for me, this might be my least favorite. It might be my least favorite episode. So I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10. Yeah.
Wow.
I never thought
Becky.
Becky would go
Wasn't my
that
jam.
low.
Yeah, wasn't my fave.
House
It
of the
was-
Dragon, you got a problem if Becky's giving your episodes
Yeah.
that low of a rating.
Damn.
And I still think I've been pretty positive today. Well,
You
have
can
I said
try.
much positive?
Becky, the start of our stream was when we asked you, how did you think about the episode? And you said it made you feel empty.
Okay, yeah, maybe not that positive then. Yeah, it was a whole disappointment. And, there's too much disappointment in life. Why is House of the Dragon giving us even more? Like, come on. And it's, you know what? They have source material to tell them how to do it. And they just don't. They have a framework. They're not thinking it up from scratch. They have a framework. Why not use it? But yeah, anyway, I'm done.
Fire and Blood does not exist. Ricky, on to your final ratings and thoughts and whatnot.
As I said in the beginning, I think this is genuinely one of the worst episodes of the show. There are a few little moments in there sparkled all throughout the episode that just don't manage to save the episode for me. So I think this is like a 4 out of 10 for me.
Worse than the season 2 finale?
I think so. I think so because
No.
I think so because there
Ricky,
were
no.
moments in the in the final episode of season 2 that still had something going for them. Whenever we do get moments that are done well now, they're just nothing burgers in the long run because I have to get worried about where it goes down the line. So this is episode 5 as a whole to me. It's like this. I knew while I was watching that most of it was just like there to slow the plot down, and I liked it because they had to concentrate on the characters. And now going forward, it's just battle, and nonsensical movements and stuff, and merging things that don't make sense. So yeah, it was nice. I liked episode 5, and I miss episode 5.
No, we'll get there.
Oh.
JC got to go first. JC's got to go first.
Yeah, I think this is my least favorite episode of the season for sure. There's just a lot here. So interesting that Becky actually did not like the Kristen Cole death scene. I actually thought it was brutal and quiet and appropriate in how brutally quiet it was. And it's the other stuff in the episode that I had a problem with. But I mean, it's fair. I'm not trying to start a fight here with Becky or anything. I was just like, oh, that's
You're
interesting.
wrong. Your opinion is
Becky
wrong.
and JC's YouTube channels, go at it.
We'd never fight.
But yeah, I think after that initial 5-minute scene of the butcher's ball, everything else that happened during this episode, it was just kind of a slow decline in quality, where just like stuff happened, and a lot of it just honestly felt like it was wasting time. Like it's really trying to get us to our, without delving too deeply into spoilers, into our Tumbleton destination, like trying to get everything set up for Tumbleton. But the way we're getting to Tumbleton is very, very strange, taking some strange detours, sending out Alicent on this very weird, assassin mission, Corlys getting randomly kidnapped, potentially killed, just all these things, Alicent getting just all this weird screen time, Mysaria talking about this maid that stole stuff and how she can't be trusted and she should be killed off, this random maid, all this stuff that wastes time, that I'm just like, what is the purpose of this? Like, honestly, a lot of this could have been removed and should have been removed, because we really only have, after this episode, we only have 10 episodes left to complete the entire series. And if we're going to complete the entire series and only 10 episodes left, we really need to get through some of these plot points. And the way they're kind of just lazing about through some of them and going about them through weird ways, I'm just confused. So yeah, it's my least favorite episode of the season. I don't think it's as bad as the season 2 finale. I don't think it's as bad as some of the stinkers we've seen in season 2, and even that episode in season 1 where Rhaenys appeared from the floor, dragon, and killed the innocent people. But it definitely was the weakest this season.
Give us a rating. What's your rating, JC?
I think 5.5 sounds fair. 5.5 out of 10.
Cow, dude.
Yeah,
this is amazing. Everybody's coming down to my level now. This is wonderful. JC would have fixed like half the problems you talked about. There's this little book. It has a Daron plot in it. Mm-hmm. Instead of Ormond just like sniffing shit, and we could have done a whole Reach plot in this book. It's in there. Then we didn't have to stall the entire Tumbleton nonsense. But
that's true.
That's besides the point.
Honey wine. Where's my honey wine? That would have helped so much. Honey wine.
There was so much that they could have built, but that's besides the point. So you guys asked for it, the dad rating. It's real. It's bad when even my dad points out that there's teleport, because he doesn't think about that kind of stuff. He's kind of like, just show me the flashy stuff. But even he was like, what's going on with this Corlys stuff at the end? And I'm like, Dad, I don't know. I have no idea. They've gone off the script. So he gave it a 6 out of 10, which I was shocked by.
Wow.
So I think that was the lowest rating he's given an episode of House of the Dragon, Night of the Seven Kingdoms since we've been doing these. So he was not happy. Myself, I'm at like a solid 4.5 out of 10. I think it's up there as the worst episode. It's not the worst to me. I think the season 2, episode 8 finale, because of personal bias, as it broke me, is the worst. But this one's up there. I mean, I liked the beginning, but I think it could have been so much better. Like, again, you have a book version of it is a roadmap to how to do it, and you went no. So I think the intro, the best part of the episode, which probably should have been at the end of the episode, which just weird pacing to me. Why would you put the thing that's the biggest plot twist? It's like if you started an episode with like the Battle of the Blackwater or something that happens at the beginning of the episode instead of the end. Because you're thinking, okay, you want your audience to think about what just happened. Instead, you do Kristen Cole's death, and then we go all this random filler. I don't know. This episode had some things I liked in it, but for the most part, I just did not like the episode pretty much at all. There was very little that I thought was well done, besides the actors and the stuff we normally praise about the show. But yeah. It's crazy to think that you guys are all the way down here. I thought I was 100%. It was going to be like Ricky would have a point above me, and then but we were all pretty negative of this episode, unfortunately.
We understand your hate now. We understand why you're always so negative. I get it.
Becky, yeah. All I gotta say is, go back to those season 2 streams. It was a tough time watching the show that you love go to shit, and now I'm here. Ricky trolled us. He gave us hope that the show was going to do well. He was like, it was going to be a good episode. Episode 5 was actually good for the most part. And then followed it up with one of the worst episodes of the show. So
this is all Ricky's fault.
Yeah.
It's true. It is.
Let's blame Ricky.
Yeah, I'm a shill. HBO sent some nice checks for me to. For fuck's sake! Yeah, there we go. No, but this is funny because people are always going back and forth between us being grifters or shills. It's hello, I'm still huge.
You're still talking. I'm not gonna just take it off when you.
And yeah, always funny.
Hell yeah. Someone did ask us, do we want to do predictions for the next episode?
Episode 7.
Yes.
Can we talk spoilers, book spoilers potentially?
I feel like we're at the end of the stream. So like this is book spoilers, this is show spoilers. And let's be honest, guys, like I've said multiple times, this book does not matter. If you read something in this, it does not guarantee to happen in the show, or they might have their own twist on it. But yes, I feel like
this is good
this is your
actually. This is good actually. There's this one thing that I wanted to talk about after the stream, but I feel like we could talk about it now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Go for it.
HBO fucked up. They released a BTS thing, and we see Corlys in the background of a fight scene, and his hand is bandaged. So I think they're gonna do a Jaime Lannister with him for some reason.
But
Interesting.
why? What's the
Oh.
point?
Like
With Jamie, there's an actual point to it.
Well, it's about him and his hatred. See, Jamie had to learn how to not give a fuck about being a good man and actually becoming a better person. And in turn, Corlys has to let go of his hate for the Triarchy, so you have to get rid of his hand.
Or is it because he's hand of the king and they're like, oh, let's take his hand? Because
Ooh, yeah, that's you just nailed it. That's exactly what it is.
I've also predicted Corlys was going to die this season. I put that on Twitter, so it saddens me to say.
Yeah,
Any
you
of the
just,
predictions
you
you
just
guys-
nailed it. That's what they're going to do. They're going to be like, we'll send Rhaenyra her hand. That's exactly what they're going to do.
Don't prove me right. I didn't want that to be right. I was throwing that out as a joke. Rohit, thank you for the super chat. This is a random question, but for the other three creators, I know Grease's opinion, but what is y'all's opinions of Preston Jacobs' Winds of Winter community fan project? I'll let you guys answer that however you want to answer it.
Is this where he finished Winds of Winter? Is that
He's currently
already?
working on it. He does like a
on
chapter
it.
each, thing or whatever.
Oh, my answer's boring then. I haven't looked into it at all. I
haven't
barely
either,
know
Becky, so.
barely know anything about Preston Jacobs. So.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it. I probably won't. I mean, I still, despite all the evidence on the contrary, there's like a small part of me, like a 0.02% part of my heart that is like, well, if Winds of Winter ever comes out someday, I'd rather read the original George R. R. Martin Winds product rather than someone else's, which I'm sure Preston's fan fiction is good, but I'd rather read the original product from the original source as opposed to a fan fiction. But if at the end of the day that 0.02% chance does become 0%, then I'll check it out. And I'm sure it's good.
Fair. Ricky, any thoughts on the fanfic, I guess?
I started watching the first couple of chapters he did. And I just don't really watch much A Song of Ice and Fire stuff anymore, but I do like both of them. Preston and Carmen's a buddy of mine, read to review. And Preston is the reason I'm doing YouTube, because I got to know the person who started this very channel with me through discussing a fan theory of Preston. So Preston's an OG. All the love for him.
Yeah, fair. And obviously, Rohit, my thoughts. My thoughts are just, I don't want the Winds of Winter unless it's from George. I respect like Preston. I know he does a lot of work into it and stuff. And honestly, I just disagree with a lot of his theories. So obviously, our interpretations of this source material is going to be very different. And somebody commented something that is basically the antithesis of that. Efront, love you, but piss off. Quentin is not alive. He's burned to a crisp. But yeah, I know Ricky gave his predictions. JC, Becky, any predictions you want to talk about with episode 7 or 8 or any of that?
I mean, Sunfire's got to come back. surely. Otherwise, that was a random, unnecessary plot for Aegon to be convinced that he's alive. So I'm waiting on that. I don't know how. We won't question the practicalities of it, but I'm expecting a good cinematic scene of Sunfire coming back that's going to make me happy because I like looking at the dragons. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. That could be next episode, maybe. Other than that, I have no idea because the show just throws random things at us. So I'm just gonna watch it and see.
Becky, are you the type of person where it's like, even if the episode is awful, if you see Sunfire's resurrection, if that one scene is glorious, like it just automatically makes it a 10 out of 10 episode, it redeems.
Yeah, I am. Unfortunately, I am that person because I've done that with so many scenes before where, like, the entire episode, you guys all pick out criticisms for it, rightly so. And then, but I'll be like, oh, but there was this really amazing, like, 10-second dragon scene that looked incredible. And that's the only thing I can think about. So, yeah, I think the lack of dragons in this episode is what annoyed it for me the most. I think if there was a really cool dragon scene, then I would have been like, okay, this episode is amazing, guys, and overlooked all the rest. That's just who I am as a person.
Becky, here's my counter. What if it had been Rhaena on Sheep Stealer? What if that was the only dragon we saw in the episode?
I care about Sheep Stealer. I do not care about Rhaena. So if there's a way that Sheep Stealer could kill Rhaena, then that would be my dream plot. I was so hoping that Jane would push her down the moon door, but
Shout out to whoever got pushed down the moon door. I mean, Jane seemed to be enjoying herself quite a lot. JC, any predictions for the next episode or whatever you want to say?
Yeah, after hearing you guys discuss it, I do think they're going to merge first and second Tumbleton. I do think Hugh and Ulf are going to turn and Tumbleton is going to burn. I don't know how that's going to happen. And I don't know what the reasoning for Hugh turning his dragon on Tumbleton will be, potentially killing his wife there in the aftermath.
My wife is mad at me.
My wife is mad.
Rah!
I do think that's going to happen episode 8. As far as episode 7, I could see Helena jumping out of the window happening, her suicide happening then next episode. I could see, I don't think Sunfire's resurrection is going to happen until episode 8. And Grease, you had mentioned earlier about the potential scene with Alan looking at a hedgestone. I was assuming you were referring to after the second Battle of Tumbleton when Adam dies.
Let me rephrase. That's not what I'm referring to.
Okay.
I'm referring to, there's a shot specifically where Corlys is at a funeral procession and there's a like Velaryon sigil flag thing over presumably somebody's body. Kind of like what they did with Jaehaerys in episode 2 of season 2. Similar to that. That's what's in the trailer, and that's what people have speculated that could be Corlys or it could be somebody else.
You don't think it could be Adam because he dies after the second battle?
That could be. Obviously, yeah, that could definitely be as well.
Yeah, because then Alan puts on the hedgestone, he puts the word loyal on there.
Yeah.
Because despite, but I felt like that would be more of a season 4 thing because Adam only shows up to the battle of the timeline's all wonky here in the show. They're not following the book anymore. But in the book, by the time Adam comes for the second battle of Tumbleton, Rhaenyra has already gone full crazy. She has deemed all bastards to be evil. She has turned on Adam, and despite that, Adam still comes to Tumbleton's aid still fully Team Black being on Rhaenyra's side, despite everything Rhaenyra has said against Adam, which just shows how amazing of a character Adam is, that he was able to remain loyal even despite Rhaenyra being completely off her rocker. But yeah, I think Helena's death, Tumbleton burning, and Hugh and Ulf turning is what I see happening these next 2 episodes.
Yep. Like Efrent mentioned, I think we're going to see most likely Helena may have a miscarriage in the next episode. Would be my guess.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and that's what causes her to. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
That's what I think will be part of it. We'll see how that plays out. I think episode 7 might have a focus on that. And then episode 8 will be Tumbleton.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see how much they do like in the aftermath of Tumbleton. But that's what I would predict. So maybe the buildup of Tumbleton into episode 7, some of the Helena plot. We'll see if we get any of Alicent in episode 7, which we probably will. And yeah, we'll see what episode 8. So any last things you guys want to say before we end the stream?
Justice for Bartimos Celtigar.
Thanks for joining us on this stream. First of all, Grease, Becky, Ricky, dude, it's so good to be with you guys again. It's been a long time. I don't know if I'll be on next weekend.
Oh,
Oh, JC, why are you doing this to us?
I'll try. It's hard. Come on, guys. It's summertime. Like, what are we doing watching this show?
You've got too much of a social life. You should be the hermit like the rest of us.
JC, Hot D is your life.
It
Yeah.
is. What am I
You
doing?
must drop everything for it, even
That's
if
Dude,
you
what a
don't like
sad
it.
life
that
then.
much. Stop your real life. See, you got to do what Becky did, right? Like Becky got no sleep at all. You know, had her social thing, and then came on. and then-
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm living on an hour's sleep.
yeah. That's why Becky is like becoming more negative. Maybe the lack of sleep. It was like 5.5. Bam, gone.
Yeah. So it's almost 5 a.m. So I woke up at 6 a.m. yesterday. I've had an hour's sleep in the past 24 hours. And I'm about to start work at 9.
Is it daylight already? I see daylight already.
It is, yeah. The sun was rising and it kind of put me into a state of existential crisis because now I won't be able to sleep.
Let
Guys.
me answer a super chat real quick, JC.
Yeah.
Trevin, this is major spoilers for everybody. Please, dear God, if you don't want spoilers for the rest of this show. But it did. That's it. All right. That's it. If we're talking Nettles, but she's not in the show, she probably lives out in a cave somewhere in the mountains of the Vale, and that's
Dude,
there you go.
the episode title for episode 6 just dropped. Like, what the fuck are you guys on? It's Faceless Man. Like, huh?
Oh, someone said that earlier in the chat and I thought they were joking.
Maybe it's an error. Faceless man. What? Who's faceless? I don't.
They should have named it Sons of the Harpy. That's way more appropriate. Just saying.
Oh my.
Maybe the
gosh.
Baratheon guys, they were faceless men. Maybe the guy that Damon killed was a faceless man.
That's true. Love
All
to
right,
you as well,
JC.
Rigobart. Love to you as well. Well, first of all, guys in the chat, everyone, give a round of applause to both Becky and Ricky. Like, they are up super early for these streams. Like this takes dedication to wake up early and ruin your day to watch an episode.
Yeah,
that
it's not even a
potentially-
good episode. I've woken up for this.
So yeah,
I woke up for the stream though. The stream made it worthwhile. This
Oh,
was
I'm
fun.
glad. Yeah.
It's always great having you, Becky, as always.
Thanks.
Hey, what about me, Grease?
Oh, you've been on since season 2. You're always great. You know that. You know.
Yeah, everyone
Ricky,
in
you're
chat.
great too. Don't worry.
Dude, yeah, Ricky.
Just so you don't feel left out.
Ricky is the man. He's older than time itself. He's
I
he's
am.
old. Yeah.
I'm like,
He's like
Alice
Pycelle in
Rebel.
these streams. Oh, that's a better one.
Hell yeah.
All right, JC, give us an outro. Give us an outro.
All right, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure here. Grease, Becky, Ricky, it's been an awesome to stream with you guys. Hopefully we get to stream for these last 2 episodes. Join us, guys, every Sunday night or / Monday morning, depending on where in the world you are, at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. Every Sunday night after each episode of House of the Dragon, we'll be on next Sunday for episode 7, and then the Sunday after that for the finale. So join us then for that. In the meantime, check all these guys out, how cool their channels are. Check out Grease the Cruel at the Grease Goblins. Check out Becky on Becky Does Blog and Becky Does Books. She's got a booktube channel now. So
Oh,
definitely-
thanks.
yeah, definitely. She recently uploaded a video where she talks smack about Red Rising. So if you want to talk smack about Red Rising and if you want to defend Red Rising with your honor, then definitely.
Thanks for getting me all the dislikes, Jesse. Thank you.
Oh, don't worry. We're gonna get plenty of dislikes for this stream.
Mm.
And check out Voice of Old Town. He recently did an interview with the actor who plays Adam Valerian, who talks all about Valerian incest on that entire stream. So definitely check that out. And yeah, we'll see you guys next Sunday. Thanks again for stopping by. Bye.
Bye.